Hello, my name is Malia, and today I will be talking about my evaluation in the acting behind the camera class. So, throughout these 4 weeks together, acting behind the camera has taught me how to be more comfortable, more able to perform despite insecurity or fear of being judged. Tactics that we learned help to set the tone in our performance, and when you understand the moment before and the button, which means the end of the scene, you create a more effective performance. And we did an exercise within one of the first days of class where we were given a script and we looped it, and each time in the middle of the script or randomly someone would call out a tactic and we would have to do that tactic with the same script that we had been given. And it really goes to show how different you can make the same text using different tactics. And it's very important to understand the objective of your character. And one of these important tactics you can see using imagination versus substitution, and this is kind of drawing upon your already experience, and so that would be an example of using substitution, remembering your personal experience versus imagination, which you can use if you do not have personal experience with that sort of event or whatnot. To be an actor is to listen and to react, and that is one thing that I learned within this class. Really important. I learned from multiple actors, but mostly Jane Fonda, the importance of empathy when you're acting and truly get to empathize with those in the movie and those who have struggled with similar hardships in the scripts. It helps you to relate and to relate to them and to be vulnerable with them, which is good for acting. But the importance of not overacting, and the key is to be simplicity, to be simple. And I have noticed that my memorization techniques have truly improved within this class. I think that I found quickly repeating my lines and going through the full entire script helped me the most with memorization. And repeating and practicing repetition, of course, was helpful. Something I was surprised by was the collaboration within acting and how important the relationship between you and the person you're acting with is. I found when you had a good, chemistry with the person that you're acting with, it tended to be a better performance in general. But yeah, just to understanding context, sort of really immersing yourself within the character and raising the stakes within the situation that you're acting in is really good. sort of, if you raise the stakes, it's a valuable tool for acting in a highly like pensive scene, sort of understanding like what would the worst case scenario be and sort of tapping into that to get the most intense sort of feeling. The evolution of final projects I found really inspiring, not only within my work but in my classmates' work. I found we would watch each other's work within class, and we would receive feedback, and I think listening to that constructive criticism was very important, not only for the people that were receiving it, but also for you to apply to your work. And that was really valuable, and I liked that aspect of the class. I found myself becoming much more comfortable showing my vulnerability in public, in front of a group or a crowd. We did a project within the course which focused on a specific actor, and one thing that I really took away from learning from my classmates' research projects was Meryl Streep and her extensive accent work, and how she really immerses herself in the character and gets to, for example, she learned how to speak German for, I forget which movie, but it's very believable, and she's a powerful actress that that often plays these sorts of differing characters from who she actually is, but is able to emulate them so well. 'Cause you also see it in her eyes. She has these trustworthy eyes, and that's another really fundamental thing for acting, is to have these eyes that you can trust and believe. And I believe Meryl Streep definitely has these sort of eyes that you can sort of not get lost in, but you can understand that she's saying something and it's from the heart. Yeah, so there's a certain characteristic that shines through, or quality that shines through within their eyes. Another key takeaway from partner or other people's work would be the importance and the emphasis on emotional intelligence for an actress or actor. All great actors must obtain this emotional intelligence, and this goes along with empathizing. Just thinking about my personal progression throughout the course, I believe I've come to a deeper understanding about the importance of engaging with the character that you play. As I mentioned, my memorization techniques have gotten much better, and that will serve me even outside of this class. I look back to what we learned through the constructive criticism as very valuable. Truly listening and reacting. An example of my transformation from the beginning of the block to the end would be the fact that my first monologue that I had submitted was in multiple, I had cut it up. But my final monologue, it was one take, which shows how my memorization developed throughout the course. I believe that I applied constructive criticism that I received in class to my final work. I remained disciplined throughout this class. I continued to submit assignments. I was ready to engage during class. I believe that my ability to show my vulnerability has really transformed throughout this class, and I am grateful for the experience that I was given. Really, the most important thing is to understand circumstances within the actors. Never sort of closing the possibilities of what a script could mean, sort of leaving that open for experimentation with the character. With these valuable lessons learned in class, I believe I can apply these lessons to many aspects in my life. I believe the grade that I deserve is an A- because I had missed one class, and it was a collaboration with another class, which I think focused mostly on filming techniques and collaboration, and I believe I could have benefited from that, but I was unable to attend due to sickness. But overall, I believe I've shown great progress in my confidence, my communication, the effectiveness in my ability to perform and to be seen. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. It's important to allow your vulnerabilities to be shown, because that's what being human is to feel and to react. So we should all be more actors. Thank you.